Hello and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we introduced Shirou to the family. Yeah, again, and they're like, I don't really have a choice. She can stay here. Later on at night, we decide to explore the city to look for other people, just to find, Shinji's here with Ryder attacking people, sucking the blood. And after a very intense duel of being one-shot by Saber, Ryder goes down, and Shinji's like, oh my god, what do I do now? His grandfather appears like, whoa, why don't you spare my grandson, my pathetic grandson, even though he's really pathetic and I can't stand his patheticness, but just spare him for now. And we're like, you know what, sure, alright, we'll let him go. We take the wounded Takire to, ask him to basically save this woman and for a little bit more information. The next day, we kind of go to school and we're kind of talking to Tosaka, but then we decide to avoid her. He later gives us a message, threatens us to basically go to the backyard to talk to her about stuff. We talk about why we're so vulnerable, we talk about our concerns about Sakura and other stuff, and now rewinding time to basically talk to her right now instead of talking to her later. Yeah, we're gonna talk to Tosaka. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened, and some of it was cool, some of it was just talking, but today we're gonna do definitely some more talking. So, let's head into it. So right now we can consult her about Shinji or Sakura. I'll talk to her about Shinji first, because I feel like talking to her about Sakura will probably get us some points, because from other routes we can't see that she actually does care about Sakura. Osaka's the only person I can ask about Shinji. No, the bigger problem is how Sakura was hurt this morning. That makes it about Shinji too. Sakura was hurt? I don't remember that. Oh.
いいわ。そっちがその気ならここで決着をつけてあげる。
You fool!
サーバントを連れずに学校に来るなんて。
I want to ask about love advice. She's like, wait, what? Not the time.
すまん、五条だ父さんが相談に乗ってくれ。
She's so ready to throw down that she's like, wait, what? I closed in Tosaka until I got her backed up against the wall. He got the Kabedon. Yes, she's already fallen for him. Even the subject matter. I can't let the students around us hear. It was meant to be. He just activated his harem protagonist EX.
頼む、頼れるのはお前しかいないんだ。桜が聖杯戦争に巻き込まれそうでどうしていいかわからない。お前ならいろいろ知ってるし、なんとか知られないまま守れる方法ってないか。
He just straight up upfront about it. It doesn't say in the text here, but he actually does say Sakura's name. It's like, how do I protect her from this Holy Grail war? Osaka stares at me for a moment, flabbergasted.
すまん、あんまりにもいいタイミングだったからつい取り乱しちまった。
Yeah, because in Tosaka's POV, it's like, wait, she has nothing to do with the war, right? Because she didn't think the Matos were part of it.
その桜ってのは俺の後輩なんだけど、そいつが聖杯戦争に関わっちまいそうなんだ。なんとかしたいんだけど、うまい方法が思いつかなくて、それで。
言い訳は結構。それより早くどいてくれない？
No, I must know now.
ホームルーム始まっちゃうでしょ。
悪い、気がつかなかった。
I scrambled back from Tosaka. Actually, was there another? Whoa, no, I was just giving too many lines. Whoops.
ばっかりだけど、とにかく話を聞いてくれ。俺は。
I skipped too many lines. Belated, I come to my senses, while my cheeks go beet red. What was I thinking, cornering her against a wall like that? I'm sorry. I know it's really pushing it, but hear me out. Hear me out. Trust me.
相談事があるんでしょ？いいわ、聞いてあげる。
You went from super aggro to being like, alright, I'll humor you, I'll listen to you.
本当か、父さんが。
あのね、聞いてあげないと死にそうな顔して本当かはないでしょ。昼休みに屋上。話ならそこで聞くわ。
Yeah, this basically replaces the conversation we'll end up having later today. In the other timeline. Osaka turns on her heels and goes up the stairs. I stare after her in shock for a moment when
バカ。急がないと遅刻するわよ。
he leaves me with those words in a vaguely pouting tone. Oh. I hurry to the classroom. It's still 3 minutes before homeroom starts, and Fujina isn't here yet. Shinji's desk is empty. It's gonna be tough to face him after yesterday, but I was hoping to talk to him. If he's absent though, there's nothing I can do about that. Going to the Mato house would just provoke him, so I need to think of another way that won't involve Sakura. There's another empty seat. Alright, Issei.
珍しいな。 あいつでも学校を休むんだ。
I wonder what happened to him this time. I put my bag down at my desk and get ready for homeroom.
お待たせ。
Hello!
今日は朝から新記録でしょ。
New record! Actually, did we progress? Oh, we did progress. Alright. So, I'm gonna go back and choose the other option now. Hey, tell me about Sakura, please.
いいわ。
Wanna throw down?
五条だ、父さんが相談に乗ってくれ。
Alright, this is gonna be roughly the same. Pop it on her. Goes up against the wall. Can't let other students hear.
ちょっと
Fuck up.
何考えてるのよあんた。
Hold it.
ここで決着つけるってのはあくまで例えで、まだ周りにみんながいるじゃない。
Wait, hold up. One of them. Yeah, so yeah, we did get a point in this. You say about Shinji, but we literally didn't ask about Shinji. We asked about Sakura in this one. What's the difference?
頼む、頼れるのはお前しかいないんだ。桜
Yeah,
が
so
聖
far
杯
it's
戦争
the
に巻き込
exact
まれそうで
same.
どうしていいかわかんない。
There's a Misa flabbergasted.
桜ってのは俺の後輩
Sakura's
なんだ
this
けど、
person I like.
そいつが聖
いいわ、ホームル。
Yeah, it's the exact same
Kiratsuka
thing.
すまん。
There was literally no
相談事
difference.
があるん
We didn't even tell her about Shinji and both of them.
聞いてあげないと死に
What's
そう
the
な顔して。
difference?
バカ。急がないと遅
Okay,
刻する
yeah,
わ
I
よ。
don't get it. I guess maybe it's our intentions, but how? I don't know, man. Alright, Fujine arrives before the bell, which is unusual for her. I thought maybe she overslept since he couldn't come over for breakfast, but she's as chipper as ever. Alright, so this is gonna be the same until lunch, and instead of buying lunch, we're gonna go upstairs and talk to Tosucker. The bell announces the start of lunch break. I make a mad dash out of the classroom, buy a sweet green paste bun and a tea from the cafeteria on the ground floor, and then take the nearest flights of stairs to the roof. Alright, the roof is supposed to be a safe spot because nobody's there because it's too cold. I fight through the flood of students heading down to the first floor. My heart pounds in my chest. In first period, it was fine. By second period, it was going up. Third period, it was like I was at a run. And now, after the fourth, the tempo is absolutely frantic. This is where I admit that I'm nervous as hell. All hell. I'm grateful to Tosaka for giving me her time, but it feels like an afterthought right now. Thinking about it rationally, it's crazy that the Rin Tosaka is meeting up with me for an— oh, I thought it was because he was concerned for Sakura, but he's like, no, my god, my crush invited me up to the rooftop. He's a school idol, an impeccable star student, and well, the girl I've had a crush on ever since last year.
もう落ち着けバカ。
I try to steady my wild breathing as I run up the stairs. Anyways, this is big. Even if we're both masters now, Tosaka's still Tosaka, so I don't want to be late to our meetup. I am the one who suggested we meet. It'd be really lame if I wasn't ahead of her, confidently waiting. Yeah, I have to give me some time to look cool. However,
父さんが
遅かったわね、エミヤくん。
shit! I missed my chance to look cool and now I made a fool out of myself. There's some walls that we plebeians can never overcome, no matter how hard we try.
話があるんでしょ。立ち話もなんだから座りましょう。
The right strat would have been to skip lunch and climb out the window where there are no student traffic. Tosaka moves into the shadow of the water tower without waiting for me. Right. Even if someone else came up to the roof, they won't see us there, and it blocks the wind too.
じゃあ詳しい話を聞かせて。さくらっていう後輩がどうしたのか、昨日何があったのかを。
まあ少し長くなるけどいいか。
なるべく手短にね。昼休みそう長くないんだから。
Yeah, you have to waste time getting your lunch? Ugh. Ugh. It isn't exactly spacious here, but I'm only getting more nervous sitting this close to her. Now's not the time for that though. Because Tosaka's gone out of her way to be here, so I need to tell her about Sakura.
じゃあ簡単に言う、的尾さくらって子は後輩で昔からの知り合いなんだ。さくらの兄貴は的尾真司って言って、これまた長い付き合いだ。で簡単に言うと、昨日の夜他のマスターと戦った。そのマスターが真司だったんだ。
Huh?
シ
Nani?
ンジがマスターだったって本当？
なあ、あいつのじいさん的尾宗賢ってやつも言ってたから間違いない。で的尾の家はもともと魔術師の家系らしいんだが、東坂は知ってたのか？
当然でしょう。私が知らなかったこの町の魔術師はあなただけよ。けどそれは絶対にないって思ってた。
We're talking about a lot of the same stuff as the other route, but I mean, it makes sense. But that being said, I do have like a question. So, how does she know that he doesn't like? How does she know that the Mato family bloodline is basically dead? Is it like common knowledge for her, or is like do they have to report into her? Like, how does she know?
魔術師じゃない。魔術使いとしての最低条件である魔術回路がないんだってな。マト総監もそう言ってた。けど、それはあくまで魔術師としての話だろう。マスターになる条件は別だと思う。俺だってシンジと似たようなもんなんだ。この際、魔術師じゃないとマスターになれないなんて考えはやめた方がいい。
そう。
Like,
で、シンジは
You're kind of right.
倒したのあなた。
Oh, you beat Shinji, huh? Not bad, not bad for a newbie.
あいつのサーバント、ライダーはセイバーにやられたよ。シンジのレイジも燃えちまって、あいつはマスターで亡くなった。けど、あいつは諦めてないと思う。それだけでも危なっかしいってのに、あいつの家にはサクラがいるんだ。
It just occurred to me. So they had to have him beat Shinji first in this Holy Grail war. I mean, Ryder is usually the first one to go, but they had to make sure that it was very early so that it would impact Sakura very, very early in the story, so that things can start changing in her favor.
造剣に聞いたけど、魔術ってのは後継者にしか教えないんだろ。サクラは何も知らされずに育てられた。だから、シンジが何をしているかは知らない。
I say things to change in her favor. I didn't mean that she was manipulating him. I meant like the story can shift in the favor of Sakura so it becomes her route instead of just, you know, having Sakura as a side character for the third time.
このまま知らずにいてくれれば、サクラはマスター同士の戦いになんか巻き込まれないで済む。
そうね。なのにどうしてサクラが危ないって思うのよ、あなたは。
言っただろ。今のシンジは不安定なんだ。あのままだと一緒に住んでいるサクラだってずっと無関係でいられるかわからない。
Well, he's right about Shinji being unstable.
だからその
Can she live
サク
with
ラを
you?
巻き込んでしまう可能性が出る前に決着をつけたいっていうのね。それは正しいけどあなたじゃ無理よ。竜道寺の件もあるし、他の連中はどうもきな臭い。今回の聖杯戦争は思ったより長引くわ。
Yeah. Shinji forfeiting as a master and exiting the war would be the best outcome, but it isn't realistic to hope for that. The next best option would be to separate Sakura from Shinji, but...
ならあとは一つだけでしょ。そのサクラって子を巻き込みたくないんなら、あなたが保護すればいいのよ。
Hey, same thing as last time.
それは当然考えた。けど俺だってマスターだぞ。家にいたら危険だし、シンジだってよく思わない。それにサクラだって今日から泊まれなんて言われたら嫌がるに決まってる。
はあ、ほんと鈍感なのね、エミヤ君は。
God damn it, Emiya, you should know that she would love that.
え
Huh?
なんでもないわ。とにかくダメ元で聞いてみなさい。シンジからサクラを守るのも、あなたが他のマスターからサクラを守るのも変わらないでしょ。なら自分で努力してどうにかなる方法を選ぶべきじゃないの？
It's like she won't be in danger if you just get
サクラって子
stronger.
があなたにとって大切な人間だって言うんならさ。
Those like his words strike a chord somehow. It's like getting punched in the head.
そうだな。確かにそれはそうだ。俺が勝手に
Oh, whoops.
そうよ。だいたいね、嫌いなやつのとこに毎日ご飯を作りに行くかっていうの。あなたはサクラに頼りにされてるんだから、もっと強気でサクラを振り回しなさい。
I skipped that other part before. Yeah, that makes sense. I should just ask Sakura herself instead of worrying about how she might feel. Okay.
俺そんなこと言ったっけ？サクラが飯作りに来てくれてるって。
Have you been stalking me? Only a little bit.
言ったわよ。一番初めに言った。
No,
ちゃ
no,
んと
you
言った。
told me.
きっと
Yeah,
言った。
yeah.
必ず言った。言ったんだから細かいことは気にしないの。
Osaka shoots back at my simple question with a raging flurry of retorts. Sure, whatever. Ever since that night, I've become painfully aware of how much of an act she puts during school.
分かった。とにかくサンキュー。助かったよ、父さんが。俺一人じゃ変に気を使って決めるのがもっと遅れていた。
I do like how this is handled compared to UBW, because in UBW she was very aggressive, and I mean it makes sense, it's in character. Here there's a reason why she's not that angry at him, because she has something else to think about. She has to think about his concern for Sakura rather than just his survival, because his survival is like his own choice. It's like he was being stupid and he's gonna pay the price for it. He already knows what he's getting himself into because it's Holy Grail War, but now that Sakura's involved, it's like, ooh, no, I gotta pull back a little bit.
あら、妙に素直かと思ったら強気じゃない。結局一人でも結論は同じだったなんて、もしかしてのろけ
Tosaka smirks. What a surprise attack of a smile.
いや、そういうわけじゃない。けど、明日もさくらが落ち込んでたら、うちに止めようって思うだろ
I was gonna joke around saying, man, if only there was an ending where we can have multiple girls. And I remember one of Tosaka's endings is literally, I think, Shirou with Tosaka and Saber.
へえ、顔を真っ赤にしちゃってほんと嘘がつけないんだ。エミヤくん、いつも済ましてるけど中身は純情だったってオチ？
Oh my god, you think I'm cool?
そういうお前こそ何者だ。優等生のくせに人をからかって楽しいのか。
失礼ね。
I love
相手
bullying.
ぐらい選んでるんだけど、私からかって楽しい相手しか手を出さないもの。
Oh god, it's too
ほら
close.
ほら、寒いんだからもっと場所詰めてよ。あんまり離れると風が冷たいじゃない？
He's so close to me. Oh my god.
バカ、お前これ以上くっついたらすごいぞ。大変だぞ。喧嘩売ってんなら買うから離れろ。
He's like,
悪魔。
I know you like me. Overwhelmed, I shy away from Tosaka's reach. I'm in trouble. Being this close to her was bad enough, but that was nearly a mortal blow. The more I'm around Tosaka, the more it feels like she's someone I can talk to, but I also come to realize that the girl I admire is someone I must absolutely not let my guard down around. I could handle it if it was the extent of our relationship, but that just now was too much. I can't ignore her beautiful hair, delicate features, and the soft lines of her body as she gets close to me. My formerly pounding heart is now on the verge of exploding. I hate to admit it, but Tosaka's really pretty. Even though she's turned out to be different from how I imagined once I got to know her personally, it doesn't change how much I admire her.
とにかく世話になった。俺からの話はこれだけだ。あとは遠坂の話を聞く。
私の話って別にそんなのないわよ。
But you look like you wanted to talk to me this morning.
あれ、だって朝なんか言ってなかったか。
I'm over it.
いや、俺はどうかしてたんで聞かなかったけど、遠坂不機嫌そうだったじゃないか。
Actually, I gotta double check. I kind of forgot. In the other route, was this also... Yup, this was the day where we run into Tosaka. She's angry and then she freaking destroys us. Yeah.
ああ、あれね。あれはもういいわ。要件があったのは本当だけど、今はそんな気分じゃなくなったし、正直毒気が抜かれたわよ。
Alright, we haven't actually confirmed whether we want to enter a truce or an alliance.
毒気が抜かれたって何のさ。
だからあなたのそういうところによ。まあいいわ。物のついでだし、一ついいことを教えてあげる。
Shirou Temple
最
stuff.
近街で原因不明の昏睡事件って起きてるでしょ。あれはサーバントの仕業だけど、そいつのマスターは竜道寺にいるわ。
そういえばさっき竜道寺がどうだの言ってたな。竜道寺ってあの竜道寺か。
ええ、厄介な相手だから手を出すのなら気をつけなさい。あいつら命までは取ってないけど無差別に人を襲ってるわ。日に日に強くなっていくから早めに潰したいんだけど、私のアーチャーは誰かさんにやられた傷が治ってないし
Because
ね。
of someone.
まあどんなに魔力を蓄えたところで一度に使える魔力の最大量なんてたかが知れてるし、しばらくは傍観するけど。
So, there's a master in Realta Temple. Tosaka must be doing everything she can to stay in the fight without Archer.
さて、それ れじゃあエミヤくんは私から仮1ね。
Fine.
知らない情報を教えてもらったんだか
But
ら。
I also told you information that you didn't know. You said this was a way of repaying me, right? The star student of Homurahara High smirks confidently. It strikes a sense of foreboding in me that, like a snake biting its lips before a frog.
なんだよそれ。俺だってシンジのことを教えただろ。情報交換なら貸し借りなしだ。
Wait, did I misread that? Licking its lip. I was like biting its lip. Why the fuck? Okay.
あら、シンジのことはさくらのことで総裁でしょ。それともさっきのお礼は形だけだったの
God
かしら。
damn it. She's a devil, a tease. Don't be fooled, everyone. Tosaka's out to ruin the peace and quiet of her school.
さーて、それじゃあ何をもらおうかな。魔術師同士の取引は10日交換ってのが基本よね。
My old man did mention that. I stare at my hands. This is all I have on me right now. He gives her like 30 cents.
納得いった。あなたには返すべき情報がないんだから、こうなったらセイバーの。
仕方ない。父さん昼飯まだだろ。半分やる。
I take my sweet bun out of its wrapper and tear it in half. I don't want this. It's a painful sacrifice. But to prove I'm a man of my word, I offer her my entire can of tea too. My
ちょっと
lunch.
エミヤくん。
ほら食べろよ。今からじゃ食堂も購買も終わってるだろうし、少ないけど腹の足しにはなるぞ。
I put the bun in Tosaka's hand. I didn't want this. Maybe she doesn't like sweet green pea filling. Tosaka stares at me for a second.
ありがとう。じゃあ遠慮なくいただくわ。
Then she really takes a bite out of it. I think she was gonna ask for Saber's true name, but we don't even know. After school, the campus dies down. Classrooms empty, with students either going home or to their respective clubs, like baby spiders scattering from the
よ
nest.
し、こっちも一足先に帰って準備しなくちゃな。
I need to mentally prepare to have Sakura stay over too. I'll do my dinner shopping first, then break the news once Sakura comes back from the school club practice. Gotta buy ingredients.
今日の夜は何にしたもんか。
I feel like whenever we go here specifically, we always end up running into Ilya. Arms folded, I pause to think in front of Toyoetsu, the local supermarket. If I want Sakura to stay over, I'll have to convince Fujine. Actually, on that note... Alright, okay, I guess we do get to Ilya. I was gonna check, was that the day we actually ran to Ilya in the Fate route? No, it was 2 days later. And Saber's here too, yeah. Huh. Meaning that I should think of a way to make them both happy.
昨日も派手にやったからな。バイトもしばらく休むし、食いぶちも一人増えたし、あんまり余裕ないんだけど。
Saber, you don't need to eat. Why do you eat so much? Still, I can make an exception this month. I do have savings, and I can't fight the Holy Grail war if I'm worried about living expenses. I can just think of it as a way to repay Sakura for everything she's done. Hey, done with shopping. And there. With a bag full of ingredients, I leave Toyoetsu. Yeah, it's Toyoetsu. Just making sure I read that right. Usually I'm against overspending, though in this case, the bounty was good. I managed to get my hands on some high-grade Pacific cod, which could go well in stew tonight.
よしよし。これで藤根対策は万全。
Huh? While walking home in high spirits, I stop in my tracks. Huh? Something's pulling my clothes from behind me.
何事？
What is this? I turn around curiously. Oh my god, it's the demon child. I'm met by the sight of a young girl with silver hair. I leap backwards with a yelp. Ilya, please let me go. I'll give you this really, really nice Pacific cod. The girl just watches as I panic. The hell? She doesn't seem hostile, much less murderous. Instead, she says,
よかった。生きてたんだね、お兄ちゃん。
He beams at me in a genuine joy. There's no mistake that this is Berserker's master. She commands that monster that nearly tore me in half with a single slash that night. What do you mean nearly? She's from an ancient magical bloodline that founded the Holy Grail War, one my old man Kirituku betrayed. I think this will be very interesting this time because In no other route did Shirou find out about Kirutsuku's past this early. And this is before he even got to meet Ilya again. Now that he knows why Ilya is here, it's like, ooh. Yeah, she's no longer just this innocent girl who was caught up in this war. Well, who was, you know, well, I don't know if I can really say innocent, but you know, she's actually someone from a family that is after Shirou, potentially. What's she doing out here in the middle of the day? With Father Kutsumina's words still fresh in my mind, she's no longer just a stranger to me. That's why, without thinking, I remember... Without knowing the significance of it, I blurted out the girl's name. I bow out of reflex. Doesn't matter whether she's Berserker's master or the daughter of the Einsburns right now. I can't leave her alone, not when she looks like she's about to cry. That's right, come to think of it, Ilyas Fiel introduced herself before, but I still haven't told her my name. It's Emi Yashiro. Yes, my name is Shirou Emiya. Without really thinking about it, I corrected the girl's lilted pronunciation. I even wagged a finger at her, which makes her blink in surprise. By the time I realize how blunt I'm being, it's too late. Once again, she looks like she's about to cry. Okay, we're not gonna die yet. Suddenly, she grabs my arm. I'm carrying all these ingredients, stop it, please! I try to shake Ilya off my arm, but she just squeals in delight. Uh-oh, at this rate, the neighborhood's mother hen will start to gossip. Oh my god, he's a predator, get him! I'm too young to be a father. I finally wrenched my arm out of her grasp. Ilya looks unhappy. Ilya shoots a glance at the shopping bag in my hand. But she keeps looking at me curiously. Geez, not how I imagined. He laughed back then too, but the feeling behind it was different. Like maybe... I'll do it! I'll lobotomize you like in the other ending! Her gaze is enough to make my hair stand on end. No matter how young she looks, the girl is the strongest master. She might be giggling innocently one second and become a ruthless master the next. It was by complete chance. Oh no, just for you. I think I'm getting dizzy. Just when I thought she was in serious master mode, she's back to being an innocent child. I have no way of knowing which side is the real
分かっ
Ilya.
た。とにかくイリアは俺に会いに来たけど戦うつもりはない。これでいいのか？
私はシロとお話をしに来たの。今までずーっと待ってたんだから、それぐらいいいでしょ。
I don't know what she means by at least, but apparently she really is just here to talk.
それともシロは私と話すのは嫌？うん、シロが嫌なら帰るよ。本当は嫌だけど、したくないことさせたら嫌われちゃうから。
Ilya gazes up into my eyes. As a master, it's dangerous to stay here with Ilya any longer. If Saber were here, I'm sure she'd be vehemently against this course of action. But I can't just leave, not when she's looking at me like that. I know it's heedless, haphazard, and half-cocked, but...
いや、イリアと話すのは嫌じゃない。本当言うと、俺もイリアとは会って話がしたかった。
やった！じゃああっちに行こう。さっきね、ちっちゃな公園見つけたんだ。
As soon as I agree, Ilya starts running, practically dancing in delight. Whee!
ほら早く早く、急がないと置いていっちゃうからね。シロー。
Whee! Woo!
まあ、なるようになるよな。
Resigning myself to my fate, I follow after her. Ilya called me Shirou. That means I should deal with her in kind, not as a master, but a regular girl. To the same old park we go. There's no one else at the park. Not the sandbox, nor the swings. It feels lonely. I sit down on a bench with Ilya. We must look like an odd pair. Ilya's clearly not my sister, since she's obviously foreign, but we have too much of an age gap to look like friends. Little did he know!
話をしようって何を話せばいいんだよ、イリア。お前から来たってことは、なんか聞きたいこととかあったのか？
なんで？別に私、シロに聞きたいことなんてないよ。
Ah, but you wanted to talk. Yeah, I said talk, not ask. Well then, how am I supposed to answer that with an inscrutable little lady?
イリア、話がしたいって言ったのはお前だよな。なのに、なんで要件がないんだよ。用がないんなら来ないだろう、普通。
そうなの？用がないとお話ってできないの？
Well then, let's get to business. Berserker!
いや、そういうわけじゃない。今のは言い方が悪かった。用がなくても話はできる。むしろ用のない話って方がいいことかもしれないけど、参ったな。俺はイリアをよく知らないから何を話していいのかわからない。イリアの好き嫌いがわからないからな。イリアだってそうだろ？いきなり聞かれたくないことを聞かれたら嫌じゃないか？
それはそうだけど、じゃ
ああ、なんとか。
Oh, whoops.
俺のがお兄ちゃんなんだから大人な対応を努力する。
I'm the Oni-chan.
あ、そっか。じゃあシロ、私のこと好き？
Sorry, we've literally just met. What does this kid think she's asking?
あ、嘘つきだ。シロ怒らないって言ったのに怒った。
バカ、誰だって呆れるぞ今のは。お前な、人をぶった切っておいて好きか嫌いかもないだろう。
Hey, that wasn't me, that was Berserker.
何よ、あれは違うもん。シロが弱っちいくせに飛び出してくるからじゃない。
Alright, that's actually true.
悪くなんてないんだから。
I'll just try to kill Saber, not you.
悪くないわけあるか。だいたい初めからやる気満々だっただろう、イリアは。それがどうしてこう突拍子もなく好き嫌いの話になるんだっての。
Ilya's shoulders tremble, and she goes silent. Oops. I made up my mind to forget we're masters, and here I am putting my foot in my mouth.
ああ、イリア。
なるもん。何よ、シロのバカ。私が止めてあげなくちゃ死んでたくせに。口だけは達者なんだから。
You know, she's actually right. She actually actively stopped Berserker. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Instead of actually having everyone killed that day. But yeah, she's technically right, yeah. Ilya's shoulders shake and she stares at the ground, even as she says something ominous. Well, she's got me there. I'm the one who steered the conversation this way, and I'm older. Ilya's just a kid.
そのな、イリア。
I make up my mind and decide to say it. I say... Oh, okay. I don't hate you or it doesn't bother me. I want to say I don't hate you is probably right. Because that's more... It more solidifies your stance, while it doesn't bother me kind of like indifference. So I feel like this is more positive, even though technically it's a double negative. And this is more way too neutral. So I'm going to go with this and then go back and do this one. Doesn't bother me.
済んだことだし、もう気にしてないぞ。傷も治ったし、イリアは見逃してくれたしな。
Let's double check. Okay, no points. Yep, that's probably right.
それでもイリアが気にしてるなら、今後一切口にしない。それでいいかな。
じゃあシロは怒ってない？
ああ、自分でもどうかと思うけど。怒ってない。それより今はもっとイリアと話したい。
Her nearly tearful face suddenly turns into a smile. Just seeing it brightens my mood too. Right now, Ilya has no ill will towards me. So I don't need to force myself to think like a master. As long as I got her here, I'll have an easygoing chat with her, just like she wants. Ow. Okay, is that over? Yes, it is. Alright, in that case, I'm going to go back. I don't hate you.
知り合ったばかりで、イリアのことはよく知らないけど、イリアは嫌いじゃないぞ。少なくとも、今みたいなイリアだったら仲良くなりたい。
Okay, yes, we got an Ilya point here. Alright, and I will say, I am looking at a flowchart, and it seems like this actually triggers the flag. So something, or going down this route that we have today will actually trigger a flag, and I'll explain that later. Anyways.
本当？
その妹みたいで楽しい。それとあの夜のことは今後一切口にしない。こんな約束しかできないけど、それで信じてもらえるか？
Yeah.
シロがそう言うなら信じてあげる。
Ilya nearly tackles me when she hugs my arm again. Yeah, this makes it so that it's like a lot more positive.
なんだお前。
So I grumble, but this isn't so bad. I reassure myself. Right now, Ilya has no ill will towards me. I'm not gonna go fall over from a hug either, and if I lose my cool here, I'd be a failure of a big brother. As long as I've got her here, I'll have an easygoing chat with her, just like she wants. Alright, now we're here. Now this is, the flag that gets triggered here is actually just the fact that we've talked to Ilya. I think kind of similar to something that happened in like UBW, when we've like had discussions with Saber, that split into like 3 options I believe. I don't remember where it is, but it happened eventually. Similar to what happened there, the game's going to flag that we've talked to Ilya, and we're gonna have multiple chances to talk to her in the future, but it's gonna make sure that we don't reuse dialogue, so they're gonna go to basically the next subject, I believe. But yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that if I want to do all the options. Anyways, it seems like we'll have another choice here, after going home and talking to Tiger, apparently. I think Ilya and I chatted for about an hour. Ilya happily listened to as I talked about meaningless topics and everyday stuff. At some point, I realized how heartbreaking this was. Ilya really is an innocent little girl. She doesn't hesitate when it comes to being a master. It's so tragic that she doesn't feel any fear about fighting in a war. The magical lineage known as the Einsburns. This young girl is who they sent to carry out their 1,000-year-old obsession. If that's Ilya's objective too, then I...
イリア、一つ聞くけど。
Yes, I really want this. I want him to talk about Kiritsugu.
何？
エミヤ・キリツグって名前に聞き覚えはないか？
I just have to know. Time stops. An emotionless silence that seems to erase all of the time that we've spent together so far.
知らない。
Oh,
そんなやつ、私知らない。
the silver hair sways. Ilya stands up from the bench and does a little twirl, like a fairy.
そろそろ夕暮れだね。
Damn.
夜になっ ったらバーサーカーが起きちゃうからもう帰らないと。
I don't know this person. No, not at all. Ilya bids me farewell in her childish way.
そっか、そうだな。俺もそろそろ帰らないと。
I stand up from the bench. Break time is over. The sun's setting, so we're back to being enemies. And yet
また会えるかな、イリア。
The question comes naturally to my lips.
どうしようかな。私はそうでもないんだけど、シロは会いたい？
会いたくなきゃ言わないぞ、こんなの。
じゃあ明日も気が向いたら来てあげる。期待しないで待っててね。
She runs out of the park, but the pale girl stops awkwardly. I'm just saying, like, the reason she was able to find us because we wasted a lot of time in the shopping district, so she was able to locate us. I don't have the budget to buy all these ingredients again, so I don't know.
さっきのは嘘だよ。本当はね、
Oh,
知ってる
there we
人だっ
go.
た。
イリア。
そう、私が生まれた理由は聖杯戦争に勝つことだけど、私の目的はキリツグとシロを殺すことなんだから。
Damn, she's like, okay, the family's wish is a Holy Grail war, but my wish to end you and Kiritsugu. And she just flat out says it. But it's really contradictory with her actions since she warned Shirou. I know it's because she wanted to see how he would react. She does not make it so that he dies because she withdrew from the attack. And now she's just talking to him. So it's like, some actions aren't really lining up. Her footsteps fade into the evening. Leaving with me with that, she leaves without looking back. And I watch her go. Damn. Honestly, this is really interesting. The Heaven's Feel route, I know you have to experience the other two routes first, but because we experience the other two routes, you can really like view this interaction with a lot of anticipation. So cool. I take off my shoes and enter the hallway. It's not even 6 p.m. yet, so why is the Kyoto Club advisor back so early? Or
おかえりなさい、シロ。
帰ってきたか、兵六玉。
Saber greets me while seated in a polite seiza posture, while Fujine is very improperly resting her face on the coffee table. Blech. There's a shadow of defeat in my adoptive guardian's eyes. I'm curious as to why, but the experience tells me it's probably no big deal. That you left your guest all alone at home?
ただいま。遅くなったけど、なんか変わったことはなかったか、セイバー。
はい、これといって異常はありませんでした。そういうシロの方はどうでした？学校に見るべきものはありましたか？
いや、異常らしきものはなかったよ。シンジも来てなかったし、学校はいつも通りだ。とりあえず見て回るべき対象から外していいとは思うんだが。
I don't know how I feel about this because we're literally saying this in front of Fujimura. About using roundabout language, I report to Saber that there are no other masters at school. Or so he thinks.
なんか匂う。この甘酸っぱくて雨上がり給料日に隠したまま思い出せなくなった1万円のような気配は間違いなく秘密の匂い。
No, Fujimura, you're not Fujimura. I keep forgetting, Fujimura, you are not stealing my money. He sniffs the air like a dog off its leash.
シロから足かせの錆びた匂いがする。怪しい。お姉ちゃんになんか隠してるのかにゃー。
Yes, I am. I don't believe it. How is she this hammered so early in the day?
セイバー、藤姉となんかあったのか。この虎をここまでダメにすんのは並大抵のことじゃないぞ。
いえ、私は何も。大河に元気がないのは空腹だからではないでしょうか。
Saber says something terribly cutting and with such ease.
嘘だ。大河の腕前が知りたいなんて言って人をボロボロにしたのはセイバーちゃんじゃないのよ。
Fujinip pounds the table. Whether out of frustration or fear, she scurries behind me and loudly boos Saber in protest. Also, she sure is acting all buddy-buddy with Saber real fast.
セイバー、もしかして藤姉と手合わせしたのか。
I don't know if we'll call it a spar or more like a one-sided beat-up.
いえ、大河の時間が空いているのなら
体を動かそうと提案したのです。市内による模擬戦ならば大事は起きませんから、大河も承諾したのですが。
騙されちゃダメよシロ。セイバーちゃん確実にやる気だったわ。私わかるもん。鉄砲知ってるもん。
I know guys with guns, but nobody had her guns. And she just flexes.
あれはやる気。もう絶対やる気。うわー、隙を見せたらバターにされる。
Fujine trembles. Man, I really want to meet Fujimura's family. It'd be so funny.
セイバー、まさかその。
Did you fight Fujine like you really meant it?
まあ、つい気を緩めてしまったというか。
I had fun.
四郎の帰りが遅いことへの反感と大河の技量が思いのほか高かったことでとっさに反応してしまったというか。
Wow, that sounds terrifying. Fujine reached an impressive 5 dan in kendo at her age, but Saber's on a completely different level.
とにかく命が惜しかったら夜打ち朝投げとか禁止禁止。
Oh yeah, I know. If anything, she's sneaking into my room.
セイバーちゃんを襲ったりしたら地獄開幕。死して屍拾うものなしなんだから。
She's right. I still have another problem to deal with. What do I do with Saber, who insisted on sleeping in the same room as me? A growing young man, I have issues with a girl like Saber sleeping in the same room.
その心配は無用です、大河。四郎の命令であれば私は従うのみです。私から四郎に手を挙げることは決して。
That's some such language. I don't know, man.
むむむ。セイバーちゃん、なんか今すごい微妙なこと言わなかった？
とりわけ何も。それより大河、今晩より四郎と同室で眠りますが、どうか誤解なきをお願いします。
I will be sleeping with him today. Uh-oh. Fujine freezes in her tracks. Oh no. Given how we're positioned and the power balance between us, she's definitely gonna do it.
藤ね、実は昨日から秘密にしていたんだが。
I hear Fujine from behind me.
でしょった。
Wow, she's totally ignoring me, and I heard a sound like a phone book being slammed on the table.
よく聞いてくれ。
Listen to me.
セイバーは日本語がわからない。
せーの。
And there it is. Oh, gotta use the strengthening on my head right now. Sensation of being put in a sleeper choke hold from behind. Fujine doesn't know how to hold back her own strength, so when she has me by the neck, I'm in serious danger.
そんな場合じゃねえ。おい、藤ね、入って決まってるから。本気で落ちる。
Saber just fades away because her master's dead. Fujine's answer is to grapple me harder in a magnificent grinding of bone and flesh.
やめろって、そこから投げに持ってくるマシ。
My fading consciousness, I managed to tap Fujine's arm. Do you tap out or do you nap out? However.
うるさい。落ちちゃえこのドラ息子。お姉ちゃんはシロをそんな風に育てた覚えなんかないんだから。
I'll find out. Damn, just one problem after another.
ひどい目にあった。
That was awful. My neck makes cracking noises. Bent nearly at a right angle, I managed to get off with only bruises thanks to my daily training.
面目ない。こうひねってからは手を離して受け身可能にしようと思ったんだけど。
Sorry, you just made me go all
思っ
out.
たより重くて投げるだけで精一杯でさ。
Saber just stared at the entire interaction. It's like, yep, bye, goodbye, Shirou.
当たり前だ。いつまでも子供じゃないぞ。藤姉の細腕でジャーマンなんかやんなよな。下手したら藤。
はい、反省してます。
セイバーもセイバーだ。同室って言っても隣の部屋だろ。
ですが、私は四郎の身を守るためにですね。
十分守ってもらえてる。大体な、同じ部屋になんて寝られたらこっちが先に参っちまう。セイバーには悪いけど、あれが最大の情報だ。
Oh
それ以上
yeah.
は徹底抗戦だからな。
Trust me, if you slept in the same room as I did, I will die. I will die on this hill because if I don't, I will die.
難しいものですね。
二人とも分かったんならよし。さて、じゃ夕飯の支度でも始めるか。
I stand up, stretching my neck.
そうだ、藤根。今日から桜を止めようと思うんだけど、どうかな。昨日セイバーに使ってもらった離れに。
Another girl?
さくらちゃんを止める？別にいいけど、いきなりどんな心境の
What's
変化よ。
happening? You're collecting them like
こ
Pokemon.
こんとこ妙に変よ。
いや、桜最近調子悪そうだし、シンジは家を開けてばっかりだから、しばらく周りに人がいた方がいいかなって。
まあいいけど、その旨はさくらちゃんに伝えてあるの？部活の時、さくらちゃんいつも通りだったけど。
いや、それはこれから。って、藤根こそ部活どうしたんだよ。
I forgot
こん
about
なに早
that.
く帰ってきて。
ちょっと怪我人が出ちゃってね。あとは三辻さんに任せて、体調悪い子たちを家まで送って直帰したのよ。
Who got hurt? Something like that happened, huh? It's a little concerning to hear someone got injured at the club, but Fujine wouldn't be here if she was serious. So I'm probably just jammed her finger or got anemic. Anyway, this is my chance. Sakura's like family to both me and Fujine. Then I should... Oh, okay. So I can ask Fujine for help or tell Sakura myself. I feel like telling Sakura myself is going to have a lot more impact on Sakura, and I feel like that's going to be ripe for some Sakura points, so I'm going to ask Fujine first. Let's take a look. No points. Yep, okay, I think that's the right choice. I'll try asking Fujine for help. She's older and she might have an easier time convincing Sakura.
藤根、さっきの話だけど、桜に泊まってもらうって話、藤根から言ってもらえないか。
なんで？やーよ、私馬に蹴られたくないもん。そういうのは言い出しっぺのシローが言ってあげなさい。
God damn it.
そうしたいのは山々だけど、俺だと断られるだろう。いくら見知った中でも、男の俺に泊まっていけなんて言われたら、桜だって困るだろうし。いつもならそれでもいいけど、今回は失敗できない。桜にはしばらくうちで寝泊まりしてほしいんだ。
I must have her at my home.
そうよね。今さらシローの牧年人は治らないか。いいわ、さくらちゃんに伝えればいいんでしょ。期間は1週間ぐらいでいいの？
ああ、それだけあれば周りも落ち着いていると思う。
Just then, the doorbell rings with perfect timing.
お邪魔します。
Hi, Sakura. Sakura's voice comes from the front door.
じゃあ行ってくる。シローは晩ご飯の準備してなさい。
Fujine unenthusiastically gets up to greet Sakura. That's the wrong person.
さくらちゃん、オッケーだって。
今客間に案内したから、
Wow,
も
that
うちょ
was
っとしたら
quick
来るわ。
and very unsatisfying. With that nonchalant report, Fujine takes her seat back at the table.
桜、簡単に承諾してくれたのか。
Does she not have to consult her guardian?
するに決まってるじゃない。シローの二部チン。
Fujine replies in a bored tone while peeling a mandarin. Huh. I don't know how the conversation went, but I was right to ask Fujine. I was right, that was definitely the right choice, even though it got me no points. Alright, let's see if, yep, we're at the next one. And it's another decision, damn. I'll tell Sakura myself. No, this is important. It's my decision, so I shouldn't push it onto someone else. It's only right that I be the one to tell Sakura. Just as I make up my mind, the doorbell rings with perfect timing.
お邪魔します。
It's Sakura's voice. I'll ask Sakura right away. It's faster this way. We get to see her reaction.
先輩、お邪魔しますね。夕食の支度はこれからですか？
ああ、これからだ。今日は俺が一人でやるから、桜はのんびりしてていいぞ。その代わり、藤根の相手でもしてやってくれ。セイバーに任されて自信喪失してるんで、トランプか何かで追い打ちを頼む。
I can't believe the person named after a sword beat me at sword.
先輩ひどいんだ。藤村先生、 今日大変だったんですよ。
そんなこと言ってたな。じゃあ路線変更して将棋あたりでなんとか。
Make sure you beat her with no mercy.
将棋ですね。はい、それなら藤村先生の独壇場です。
Oh, look at that smile.
私じゃ飛車抜きのハンデもらってもコテンパンだからちょうどいいと思います。
I don't even need my rooks. Sakura's in a good mood. The swelling on her face is gone, and there's no sign of a dark bruise from this morning. I don't remember the bruising on her face. Oh god, how did I miss that? Oh man, because... that means... I mean, it reinforces why Shirou's concerned, is because it probably shows that Shinji beat her up. Okay, now would be a good time to bring it up.
で、さくら、唐突だけど今日からうちに泊まってけ。
泊まるって先輩？
しばらく麻藤の家には帰るなってことだ。期間はそうだな。できれば1週間ぐらいいてほしい。あ、藤田には許可取ってあるからな。
Sakura's expression stiffens. She gazes back at me like she's scrutinizing my heart rather than my face.
無理を言ってるのは分かってる。けど、さくらにはどうしても泊まってもらう。どう思われてもいいから、しばらくうちで暮らしてくれ。
Sakura doesn't answer. She just keeps watching me, and I notice that she slightly bites her lip. Finally, she asks me in a very quiet voice. I can't give her a reason. On my life's honor, I can't tell her it's because Shinji is a master. But anything else would be a lie. Everyone has secrets. I'm a guy, so there's plenty of stuff I don't say to Sakura and Fujine. No matter how precious someone is to you, there's some things you can't tell them. That's all the more reason I can't lie to her. Sakura is my precious family, and I'd rather not tell her anything that's untrue. The atmosphere between us chills. Silence falls over us, and it seems to stretch on forever. Sakura awkwardly breaks eye contact. I desperately rack my stupid brain for a response.
さくら、理由は言わなくちゃダメか。
It's like, man, this is really, really awkward, but trust. Trust. He doesn't answer. Her eyes seem to show concern for me rather than herself.
私が心配だからですか？
Oh, she got me. He states it outright.
さくらが心配だ。だから、さくらがここにいてくれると助かる。
Her long dark hair sways. Sakura nods at my inadequate answer. And answers not with words, but with a smile. Aww. Aww, that was really cute. Alright, once again, we're back here with another choice. This is just common sense, of course, but once dinner is over, all that's left is to take a bath and go to bed. Oh, bath! Is there gonna be fan service? There's no problem at all. Really, it's totally normal. Nothing out of the ordinary about it. However...
藤村先生、少し相談があるんですが。
So, I didn't know I was gonna stay here tonight. Can you help me get, like, everything, like underwear?
なになに？言ってみそう？ですね。
そっか、着替えの問題があったわね。制服ならうちにあるかな。普段着は私のでいいならあげるよ。あ、それとも家に着替え取ってくる？
いえ、うちに帰ったら戻ってこれなくなりますから。できれば帰りたくないんです。兄さんには
He is kind of abusive.
それは大丈夫。さっきお家に電話してさくらちゃんのおじいさんに許可取ったから。先生の家なら安心だ。ご指導よろしくお願いします。だって。
Yeah. So, wow. I know Shinji is like a complete dick for, I know it's being implied, but I'll just confirm it. Yeah, he's physically abusing Sakura to vent his frustration at losing to Shirou. And it's kind of funny how his grandfather's just like, yo, Shinji, oh, fuck you. Your sister can live somewhere else.
そうですか。なら本当に私、ここに泊まっていいんですね。
Oh man, what a nice grandfather.
そうだよ。で、着替えの話だけど、寝巻きは私のでいいよね。 下着も私のでいいかな？
その先生のだと胸がきついと思うんですけど。
Damn. I guess like Sakura is the youngest one here. Actually, I think physically Saber is younger. Mentally, she's definitely older. But I kind of forgot that like she went through a big growth period. Kind of reminds me of like freaking Orihime from Bleach, where it's like everything she eats goes to her chest, I believe. And I never really thought about it, but yeah, Fujimura Tiger is not actually very busty.
そっか、さくらちゃん胸大きいもんね。
Say it out loud right in front of her crush.
その肉を分けろ。
Yo, give me some of that. Yo, give me some of that. I can't believe she said that.
冗談冗談。けど困ったわね。さすがにさくらちゃんサイズの下着なんて持ってないし。
Should I be here for this conversation?
一応。
だよね。大きい人はそういう人多いよね。けど苦しくないの？と素朴な疑問を投げてみる。
苦しいですけど、そういう時はですね。
なるほどなるほど。若いっていいな。じゃあ明日の朝までにはうちの若いのに揃えさせておくから。そういうわけでさくらちゃんも遠慮なくお風呂入ってらっしゃい。
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Bye-bye. You didn't need to have that conversation in front of me. Stupid Fujine. I'm a man. I'm trying not to think about it. But if you talk about it here, I'll be extra conscious. And I won't be able to look at Sakura the same way.
シロ顔赤いけどどうしたのかな？
Fucking derpy
やっぱ
ass
りさくらちゃんの
face.
話気になる？
Oh, I know you were there, Shirou. How do you feel?
何言ってんだか。そっちの内緒話だろ。俺は聞こえてなんかないし、気になんかなってない。
Nothing at all.
あれそうなんだ。じゃあ私からいいこと教えてあげる。さくらちゃんいいの85なんだってさ。すごいよね。去年から実に13センチも大きくなってるんだよ。
Damn, no privacy in this house. Fuck.
シロもそのあたり気づいてたでしょ。最近さくらの体は柔らかそうだなとか抱きしめたいなとか。
Dude, okay. I know, she doesn't feel this way, but Fujimura is being really creepy right now.
藤村先生、どうしてそういうことするんですか。
Sakura counterattacks, taking Fujine to the ground. Oh! She's blushing bright red and fiercely trying to cover Fujine's mouth. Sakura, understand why you want to silence Fujine, but don't silence her basic life function too.
おーびっくりした。さくらちゃん見かけによらず武闘派なのね。
It's outside of class.
息を止めに来るなんて先生びっくりよ。
It don't matter.
知りません。藤村先生は少し反省してください。
Sakura turns away from Fujine, sulkily. Then, we end up making eye contact with each other.
いや、バスタオルは風呂場にある。
それじゃあ失礼しますね、先輩。
Sakura hurriedly turns to leave the living room. And once again... Oh!
ぶつけちゃいました。
I forgot about that. Maybe that was the injury. It wasn't the abuse. It wasn't physically abuse. Oh man, I forgot. Yeah, this morning she bumped her head in the doorway. Okay, so, well, spoilers, but not spoilers. She does get physically abused by Shinji at home. I thought maybe there was a sign of it, but I completely forgot. So I'm sorry I accidentally spoiled that. I don't think it's too surprising since she did mention like how her brother was reacting, though not straight up outright saying it, but yeah. I was about to warn her to watch her step. Before I could, however, she ran smack dab into a pillar.
さくら大丈夫か？
Was she panicking so bad that she ran to a pillar before she even made it to the hallway?
大丈夫です。大丈夫なんでお風呂入ってきます。
Sakura disappears down the hall, her steps wavering. I can finally breathe now that Sakura's in the bath. If that tension had gone on much longer, I may have been the one to flee the living room.
なんだよ。言いたいことあんならはっきり言え。不良教師。
別に。たださくらちゃんも大変だなーって。顔を真っ赤にしたシロー、いつもより意地っ張りで可愛いし。そういうシローの前だとさくらちゃんも余計恥ずかしかったんじゃないかな。
It's the embarrassment cycle. I'm embarrassed that she's embarrassed that I'm embarrassed that she's...
赤くなんかなってない。あのな、さくらは家族みたいなもんだぞ。ずっと飯を作ってもらってきて一緒に食べてきた後輩じゃんか。そういう後輩に照れてたら先輩失格だ。
じゃあシローは失格したくないんだ。
当たり前だ。さくらはシンジの妹だぞ。友人の妹を預かってんだからちゃんと
My
監督
friend's
しないとダ
sister,
メだ。
yes.
あ、そういうことか。シロー、気がついてないだけかと思ったらそんなことまで気にしてたんだ。
Ujine heaves an exaggerated sigh. This is very unpleasant.
前途多難ね。さくらちゃんも大変だ。
I swear, everyone is shipping them. We finally get it in this route.
どこ行くんだよ、藤根。
どこって脱衣所。さくらちゃんに着替え用意してあげないと。シローは離れの部屋の準備でもしてなさい。シーツとかちゃんと新しいの出してあげるのよ。
Ujine just says whatever she wants and leaves me in the living room.
ちょっと客間の準備してくるからセイバーはここにいてくれ。
Saber nods wordlessly, and then I leave the living room. I didn't even know that she was in this room. She didn't say a single goddamn thing. I make the bed and check the guest room furnishings. Oh, this is where Tosaka stayed when she was here. It's a different room from the one that we initially set Saber up in, one that hasn't been used in a long time. This one's better for Sakura and has a lock on the door. Sakura's, well, a girl, so I figured that she'd feel more comfortable if she can lock her door.
別に藤根の言葉に踊らされたわけじゃないけど。
I lay the sheets out and pat them flat. The bed has never been used. As soon as I start thinking that Sakura is going to sleep on it tonight,
シローもそのあたり気づいてたでしょ。
oh my god, these thoughts! Stop it, Fujimura! Awful thoughts fill my mind.
バカ言うな。そんなこと今さら。
Healthy teen, a little bit too healthy. But that goes without saying. I've watched from right next to her as Sakura's grown more and more beautiful. I'm happy for her, and I've been telling myself not to be conscious of it. Sakura is Shinji's little sister, and she helps me out of a sense of guilt over the way her brother behaves.
あれからもう1年半か。別にさくらが気にすることでもないのに。
It all started with the accident that caused me to leave the Kyoto Club. I hurt my shoulder at work, and there was some talk about the burn scars being an issue, so I figured it was a good time as any to quit the club. After that, I think it was Sakura who volunteered to start helping me out at my home until my injuries healed. She still looked younger back then, and struck me as a hard worker. The first day, she waited in front of my house for me to come home, then stood there suddenly face to face for a while, until she finally said that she wanted to help me. I think she was out there for 2 hours. Man, that is like really extremely abnormal.
あの引っ込み思案なさくらが今じゃ弓道部の期待の星だもんな。人間変われば変わるもんだ。
Sakura's demeanor has brightened a lot, actually. I first met her 4 years ago through Shinji, I think, when I went over to his house to play. She was silent, and she had the habit of letting her hair cover her face. She still has that part of her, but Sakura's back then looked positively downtrodden. She always had a glum look on her face and would stand around absently. When I compared Sakura now to back then, I truly do feel happy for her. I'm relieved that the depressed girl who was always staring at the ground is now someone who can laugh like she's genuinely enjoying life.
そう思うことはないの？さくらの体は柔らかそうだなとか、
あー
抱きしめたいなとか。
I don't really know myself. At the very least, I only saw Sakura as my kohai until recently. That image of her only started to crumble recently. When did it all start, exactly? Maybe it happened long before I realized. Or maybe, we're so close that I never even needed to notice. Damn it.
今まで平穏にやってきたってのに、どうしてこう。
Why does the thought of Sakura sleeping over make my heart pound like this? It's rude to Sakura. I should hurry up and finish cleaning the room. Then I can let Sakura stay here.
あれ、そういえば、さくらは？
さあ、こちらには来ていませんから、まだ入浴しているのではないですか？
Don't you walk in on her like you walked in on me, Shirou. I will Excalibur you.
入浴中って、もう1時間は経ってるよな。
Maybe Sakura takes long baths. She has to wash a lot of parts that I don't, so a quick shower might not be...
ああ、もうやめやめ。変な想像しない。
I shake my head and sit down at the table. Then I brew some tea and let the fragrant liquid soothe my throat. I purge myself of my fantasies and breathe deep. Then...
シロ、さくらは目が悪いのですか？
Why does she keep walking into stuff? What an odd question.
いや、別にそんなことないけど、さくらは視力いいぞ。
I mean, if she doesn't have to wear glasses and she's doing things like archery that kind of requires good sight, then yeah, she would probably have good vision.
両目合わせて 1.5 はあるんじゃないかな。
そうですか。頻繁に壁や柱に体をぶつけていますから、視力に問題があるのではと危惧してしまいました。
あ、なるほど。はあ、その心配はありがたい。けど、さくらは至って健康だよ。最近は疲れてるから危なっかしいだけで、普段は俺よりしっかりしてる。
それならばいいのですが、仮にそうだとしても、入り口と壁を見間違えるほど疲労が溜まっているのは問題です。試験ですが、先ほどの衝突
Oh,
は
it's the war
疲れ
in
たの
her.
で、
She's like her footsteps did not match.
目測を誤ったものと感じましたが。
Saber's opinion makes sense. No matter how tired you are, you don't start randomly walking into walls. Speaking of Sakura, where is she? If she's really in the bath, 1 hour is a pretty long time. Right now... Wow, it's another one. I'm gonna do the same strat as last time, where I feel like this is the right choice to be concerned for Sakura, but I'll just let Fujine handle it. And then go back to be concerned for Sakura. Let's double check. Yep, unless we get negative Sakura points here because we run into her in the bath or something. I don't know, we'll see. Right. If I burst into the room while Sakura's changing, I won't hear the end of it from Fujine for an entire year.
じゃなくて、万が一にもそんなことになったら、さくらに悪すぎる。
Yep, now is the time for patience. For all I know, she could already be done in drying her hair off. So he didn't actually ask Fujimura.
落ち着きませんね、シロ。
いや、そんなことはないんじゃないか。みかん食べてるし、お茶だって飲んでるし。
はあ、果物にもお茶にも手をつけず、しきりに時計を盗み見ることがシロの休憩だというのですね。
I like clocks.
いや、腹いっぱいであんまり食欲ないから。
そうですか。シロがそう言うのなら私は構いませんが、あまり自分を縛るのもどうかと思います。
Saber takes a graceful sip of tea. God, I'm pathetic. It hasn't even been 5 minutes, but I can't stop thinking about Sakura.
ああ、もう、藤姉に何言われてもいい。そういえば、ちょっとトイレ行ってくれ。
I grip my teeth and stand up. Just as I do, Fujine comes hurtling out of the hallway.
藤姉、なんだよ、慌てて。さくらの泊まる準備しててくれたんじゃないのか。
She gonna be gone?
それはさっき終わったわ。それよりシロ、さくらちゃんの看病お願い。私家に戻って熱冷まし持ってくるから。
Oh, snap, she got sick.
さくらの看病ってなんかあったのか、藤姉。
そんなのこっちが聞きたいぐらいよ。脱衣所に入ったらさくらちゃんが倒れてて、熱を測ったら38度近くあったんだから。
And that also explains why she's bumping into things. It's not that she's got poor vision, it's because she's actually sick.
倒れたって、藤姉、さくらは。
今客間に寝かせてきたわ。見たところただの風邪みたいだから、とりあえず安心しなさい。 けど無理は禁物よ。私は家に戻っていろいろ持ってくるから、シロはさくらちゃんについててあげること。それだけでさくらちゃんも元気が出るからね。
Wow, she's actually being a responsible adult. Fujine snaps off a series of orders, then heads home to the Fujimura estate. Fujine's house hosts a lot of young, hot-blooded people, so it's well equipped to handle the sick and wounded. What kind of people? Can't freeze now. I don't know what happened, but I need to check in on Sakura first. Yo.
熱は37度ちょいか。なんだ、思ったより低かったな。
I was told that it'd be 38 degrees, and let's look at the flowchart. We're not quite there yet. Alright. I shake the thermometer and look at Sakura, who's lying in bed. It's been 30 minutes. Like Fujine said, Sakura's condition isn't too serious. It seems like she's passed out in the dressing room because she had a slightly light cold and took a long bath and got lightheaded when she stood up.
すみません。なんか緊張してお風呂に入ったらのぼせたみたいです。
Oh my god, this is where Senpai does his shower stuff. Sakura guiltily hides her face under the covers.
まあ、引いちまったもんは仕方がない。この程度の風邪なら薬飲んで一晩寝てれば治るから。今夜はおとなしくしていること。椅子の上に水を置いておくから、できるだけ離れからは出ないようにな。外に出ると体を冷やすから。
Just in case, I put another blanket over her and turn off the lights.
じゃあな。明日の朝起こしに来るから、それまでゆっくりしてろ。
Aww, I gave Sakura an affectionate pat on the head and make for the door. Oh, that's so sweet.
おやすみなさい、先輩。
Sakura sounds apologetic. I reciprocate her good night and leave the guest room. Okay. It is nighttime. Am I in the next section? I am in the next section now. Okay. You know what? Let's just check in on her ourselves. I should go check on her. Saber's right. There's no time to be worried about embarrassing myself. We're gonna walk in on her. I call her name through the door. There's no reply from the dressing room. In fact, it doesn't even sound like anyone's inside.
Sakura! Oi! Sakura! 入ってるか?
I knock on the door, softly at first, then more vigorously until I'm literally pounding on the door.
Sakura! おい、ちょっとでいいから返事しろ!
My anxiety turns into certainty. Something's wrong. Can't go in there, so maybe I should get Fujine or Saber to look in on her.
どうしたんですか？そんなに慌てて。
さくら、いや、なんでもない。少し時間がかかってるみたいだから。
I'm just
なん
imagining.
かあったのかな。
Like, I have to fucking pee. Finish up your shower, please.
おかしいな。私、そんなに長く入ってましたか？
Huh? Sakura sounds kind of hazy. Like she's weak or unsteady on her feet, or she just woke up from a nap.
さくら、もしかしてとは思うんだけど。
はい。気持ちよかったんで、ちょっと寝ちゃいました。
バカ、脅かすなよ、ほんと。
No, baths can feel really nice, and I can understand that, but it's not the best place to be taking a nap. I slowly sink to my knees.
すぐに上がりますね。
Oh, are we gonna see Sakura in PJs?
そうしてくれ。まったく、風呂で寝たりしたら風邪ひくぞ。
I sigh and lean against the wall. I feel silly for being so worried, but I'm glad she's fine. Sakura should feel better after a bath and a good night's sleep.
こと
What was that? I hear the sound of something heavy falling. It definitely came from the other side of the door.
さくら
She doesn't respond. There isn't the feeling of someone on the other side of the door like there was earlier.
入るぞ、さくら
Oh, I run into the dressing room. Sakura's lying on the ground, spiritless. Oh, she's clothed!
さくらさくら
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to Sakura not having her hair ribbon thing, so this just looks really weird to me. I lift her body off the ground. She's soft under my fingers and warmer than I expected. Actually, I'm gonna think of it. Yep, Sakura points. Cool. Sakura doesn't seem conscious, but her breathing is labored. Her hands are clutched into her chest as if she's trying to pry something stuck to her skin. Pained whimpers. This isn't eye candy. The soft wait, what? You don't have to bring that up. The softness of her body I'm carrying, and her disheveled hair. Wearing only a single shirt, this Sakura isn't the Sakura I know. The shirt emphasizes her abundant chest, and I can't tear my eyes away. Each heated sigh lifts her chest up and down, exposing her pearly neck. My heart almost jumps into my throat. Shirou, do something! She's sick! Her distressed lips, seeking oxygen, make my head spin. The body I'm holding is so hot, soft, and unbelievably charming. My mind goes blank. I'm not holding a girl in my arms, but a plenty mature woman. This isn't the Sakura I know. Then, if I let the dizziness take over and hold her close. I shake my head. This isn't the time. Sakura's fever isn't normal. Above all, her fingers clutching painfully at her chest show that this is more than simple anemia. I yell into her ear. Oh, okay, so she's conscious now? Her hair stuck to her cheek falls free. Sakura slowly blinks her eyes open and looks up at me. I was peeping. What do you think I'm here for? You collapsed! That's because you're just normally very hot. Sakura murmurs dreamily. Maybe she's still half asleep. Trust me, this is really difficult for me too. I go into the hallway carrying Sakura. Sakura wraps her arms tightly around my neck in surprise. Her chest is incredibly bouncy and touching me, but I'm gonna ignore that right now. Good job, Shirou. Good job. I'm proud of you. Speed is of the essence. Before my sanity gives out, I need to carry Sakura to the guest room as fast as I can. Respect. Yeah, this part's are probably gonna be similar, so I'm gonna breeze through it. Shake thermometer, got dizzy. Oh, wait. Oh, this is a little bit different. I give Sakura an affectionate pat on the head and make for the door, but then something tugs on me from behind. When I turn to look, there's something clutching my shirt sleeve. It's Ilya! Sakura withdraws her hand in surprise, as if she just noticed. You know, I'm kind of glad that's slightly different. Part of me wanted to skip all of it, but like, showing that like Shirou's kindness and maturity in the situation really put Sakura at ease, and it really kind of shows that she feels safe with him and doesn't want him to go. Sakura jumps out of bed and frankly apologizes. I can tell how red her face is even with the lights off. I can't see Sakura's expression. Her long hair hides her face. But from the side, her profile reminds me of that withdrawn girl I first met years ago. Sit down on the bed. Then, I lie on my back. I can't quite bring myself to face Sakura while doing it, but this is good enough. I gesture to her spot on the bed without facing her.
それじゃあもうちょっとだけお付き合いくださいね先輩
Oh my god, this is so fucking cute. I kind of like this because, like, in the Saber route, and honestly even Tosaka route, Shirou really has to, like, develop the relationship really quick in order for them to really feel like a love interest. And honestly, I don't know how... I mean, I feel like a lot of these visual novels often have characters be like, I am in love with this person that I've met for 5 days. And a lot of times it does kind of feel like that in visual novels. But here, we already know that they've had a relationship brewing for at least 4 years. So we don't actually have to go through all that. It's just, you know, they're already very close. And now maybe they're just viewing each other differently, but they're still in a, like, very good relationship. A soft breeze caresses my cheek. It must be the air displaced by Sakura pulling the covers back on. I consider this small price to pay for her peace of mind. It doesn't even begin to cover the interest on the debt I owe her for helping me so much. In the dark, all one can hear is the ticking of the clock. Whether it's because of my back to her or because her profile is still in my mind, the feeling I had when I carried her earlier fades, and I quietly stare at the clock. The rest of the time passes in silence, and anyone would guess that we'd both fallen asleep.
先輩起きてます
I hear a gentle voice in the darkness. I murmur an affirmative. Sakura takes a quiet breath and continues.
はい今日はありがとうございました
Then, he drifts off to sleep. So fucking cute. I really like this. The lights go out in the house. So now we're in the next part. I'm not gonna read the thing, but yes. It's past 11 p.m. and the town is fast asleep.
では竜道寺にマスターがいると。
遠坂の話じゃな。厄介な相手だから手は出すなと言ってたけど、町の昏睡事件はそいつの仕業らしい。その真偽は
そうですね。確かに竜道寺に至る霊脈に作為的なものを感じます。あの山にマスターがいることに間違いはないでしょう。
どうしたセイバー、乗り気じゃないのか。昨日に比べてどこか覇気がないけど。
はい、あの山はサーバントにとって鬼門です。軽はずみな進行は避けたい。
Best if servants avoid that mountain except for the servant that is on the mountain.
じゃあ今夜は巡回にとどめて、竜道寺はもう少し情報を得てから探りを入れるか。確かに相手がどのサーバントのマスターかも知らないうちに攻め込むのは無謀だし。
いいえ、その必要はありません。竜道寺に今日構えるようなマスターならば、おいそれと正体を明かさないでしょう。早々に決着をつけるのならば、正面から力で打ち破るのみです。
If Saber says so, then we probably have a chance of victory. I'd also like to stop the master from putting any more townspeople into comas as soon as possible.
よし、竜道寺に行こう。けどセイバー、今回の目的はあくまで調査だからな。相手のマスターの正体とどのサーバントを連れているかが分かったら一旦引こう。情けないが俺にはセイバーの援護ができない。その分慎重に行きたいんだ。
I can't let Saber get hurt, like the time with Berserker. But since I can't help her in a fight, I have to protect her in a different way.
わかりました。最終的な判断はシロに委ねます。
それはそれで嬉しいんだが怖いな。万一倒せる相手が出てきても臆病風に吹かれて逃げ出しかねないぞ俺。
なるほど、そういった場合も考えられますね。シロは戦闘経験が少ないですから。
ああ、そればっかりは事実だからな。自分から地雷原に突っ込むような真似は避けたいし、そういう時は注意してくれると助かる。
はい。ではシロが判断を誤った時は私から忠告を。もちろんそれではシロのためになりませんから。シロの判断が間違えていた場合、何らかのペナルティを負ってもらうことにしましょう。
What kind of penalty? New?
何らかのペナルティって具体的に言うとどんなさ。
さあ、それを口にしてはつまらない。数少ない楽しみですから。 私だけの秘密としましょう。
If you don't do it, I want you to take the fate route because I want to be best girl. Ugh. Saber seems to be making a joke. Maybe it's Fujina's influence. I sure hope it's a joke anyway.
しかしシロ、私たちはともかくさくらは大丈夫なのですか？あの苦しみようは尋常ではありませんでしたが。
ああ、俺もそう思ったんだけど、熱を測ってみたら大したことなかった。とりあえず一晩ゆっくり休んでもらって様子を見る。
そうですか。では迷いなく戦いに赴けますね。
I nod, and I look out towards the guest house. Lekka's room is on the second floor of the building. You need to leave and return to the house without her noticing.
行くぞ、セイバー。ここからはマスターとしての時間だ。他のことは考えない。
I'll leave the house with Saber. The moon is high in the sky, and the darkness feels dense somehow. Up above, the clouds move quickly, perhaps due to the wind. Under the pale moonlight, peeking and disappearing beneath the clouds, we beat a swift pace to the enemy territory. Okay. Oh, interlude. Alright, 5-1. Evans v... Oh. A high-pitched noise fills the air. Probably in the perspective of assassin, because this is the Rito Gate, and every interlude is in the POV of someone else. A white blade clatters to the ground, scattering motes of the light all around as it reflects the brilliant moonlight. Sticky blood coats his lips. A man falls to his knees on the stone steps, bidding farewell to his long sword as it sinks into the darkness. He will never pick up that sword again. His coat is stained in blood. Its newly dyed threads make it resemble a gallant crimson flower. Well, goodbye, Sasaki Kojiro. It seems like we will not be seeing you for the rest of the route. Well, okay. The man's lips seem like white bone in contrast to the fresh blood spilling from his belly. You know, I was gonna say, like, how well did they use his character? But it feels like in the Fate route, he had a pretty big moment and it was really cool. But then he got off-screen by Gilgamesh. In the UBW route, he had a really cool battle with Saber, and honestly, he kind of put the spotlight on him, made it pretty well utilized. Now he's kind of getting technically not off-screen because we do see him on screen, but getting killed off early. So overall, I feel like some servants will get killed off early in some routes while they have spotlights in others. Fortunately, this route is the one where well, goodbye Sasaki Kojiro. The vital tremble of life has already left his throat. Sasaki Kojiro, his innards are already functioning as something else. The mountain gate is quiet. Neither the servant guarding it, nor the newly appeared shadow makes a move. The battle is already over. Whatever just swiftly ascended the stone steps defeated Assassin. There's no time to cross blades or even acknowledge the enemy. Whatever it was in a different dimension altogether. The gatekeeper's body tears. His torso is ripped apart. Without a weapon, Assassin cannot even end his own life. It walks steadily, surely. The shadows lovingly, or perhaps disdainfully, strokes the cheek of the servant called Assassin. Oh. Man, I gotta hand it to you. A spidery, ghoulish arm erupts from his shredded torso. Bones entangle. Meat tears. He feels the organs and entrails that once belonged to him morph into something else. That is not the sound he made. He fights the urge of blood that threatens to burst forth. The swordsman swallows it down, a genial grin playing across his lips. It was an attack from the inside. In from within, and deprived of the merciful death, he smiles. It is a valiant gesture. His lurid grin is even more fearsome than the birth of the abomination within him. the red moon! And so, it is summoned. The thing born from the blood and trails of a false servant is, unmistakably, an assassin. That's a very One Piece laugh, bro. Its birthing cries resemble the chitter of insects. The insect that emerges from the swordsman's body greedily devours its womb. Ah, they're trying to make it imitate insects. That's why it's like it cackles as it carves, photos as it chews. With each bite of flesh, the dark insect becomes increasingly man-shaped, its uniform brain gaining human knowledge. The feast continues for half an hour. The new assassin studiously slurps up every last drop of blood, celebrating its birth on now spotless stone steps. Its only witnesses are the chorly chittering swarms of insects in the brush, the bright voluminous moon. The shrill birthing cries fade. Oh, you can see part of his face. Yes. It is an ill moon. The white skull sneers at the scorched black night. So now we have Assassin joins the party. But it's a different assassin. Assassin came out of Assassin, who was not actually Assassin because he was a false assassin. Now we have the real assassin. Alright, this might sound weird, but I think I'm gonna stop here. We are kind of getting close to the end of the day, but from what I can tell, it's still gonna take a hot minute till the day ends. So we're gonna stop here. What will happen? Whoa, that thing just came out of Assassin. Whoa. But yeah, well, honestly, I didn't think I'd actually like it that much, but I'm starting to enjoy the relationship between Shirou and Sakura more. I feel like before it was, I still don't really quite understand. I feel like Sakura sacrificed, actually I know why, but like, because I've experienced Emiya before, but if I didn't know, it just wouldn't make sense to me why Sakura would have done so much for Shirou, like from 4 years, like a year and a half ago. Like it wasn't even like, oh, just help him out. It was, I stood outside his house for 2 hours, basically begging for him to let me in so I can help him. And it's just like, that is so excessive. But it bloomed into honestly what is probably, is it a healthy relationship? Well, it bloomed into quite like a nice relationship that we're experiencing now. So honestly, kind of nice. It's way too early for me to really make judgment on Sakura as whether on the best girl list, but yeah, we'll find out more about the relationship later on this route. But that won't happen for a while because next time we're gonna go to Ryujo Temple and find out what the heck just happened. But we'll do that next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!